Hello, all of my YouTube followers. I haven't had a post in quite some time. I hope you guys are all doing well. One of my last updates was about the diet I was using to be healthy. Um, so I wanted to give you a further update because health is always evolving and I'm always learning new things. Something that I wanted to talk about was my recent discovery into what's called the carnivore diet. And if you're not familiar with the carnivore diet, it's not an all meat diet necessarily, but it's a temporary diet where you basically consume all healthy or as healthy as you can animal products, minus dairy or eggs if you can't handle it. But you basically start with um, beef and salt, and then you add in other animal products as you go, and you see how you feel, and then eventually you can add in the vegetables or cooked vegetables and see how you feel, and you monitor your reactions, your gut, and your kind of digestion stuff. But the reason I want to bring it up to you guys is because I want to keep you in the loop of what I found as far as mental illness and bipolar. Number one, I know that modern wheat is the number one thing for depression and mood issues is modern wheat. You have to take wheat out for yourself and see how you feel, but I don't eat wheat. I haven't eaten wheat for like 6 years, and the times that I do eat wheat, it gives me headaches, but I don't eat it regularly. I maybe have it once a month, if that. Um, but I don't have any of the crazy dark depressions I used to. I don't have the crazy mood swings. Another one is dairy. I don't have the crazy anxiety pang attacks like I used to. Sugar. I took refined sugar out of my diet. I don't have the anxiety and the feeling of just being stressed for no reason. My skin's improved. Everything's improved. Just doing that. So what I'm eating now is I'm primarily eating a carnivore diet, and then my plan is to reintroduce the plants and the grains. But the reason that I wanted to talk to you about it is, although it's a very extreme diet, it's pretty similar to the specific carbohydrate diet or SCD diet for healing gut issues, and it's very similar to Paleo AIP and the Terry Wahls diet, the Wahls protocol. Only Terry Wahls, she incorporates a hell of a lot more vegetables. I would recommend, if you think you have sensitivities to certain vegetables, to start on this all meat diet, including organ meats. Across the board, every ancestral group of people, they eat organ meats, they eat probiotic foods, and they eat animal products in large degrees. I encourage you guys to look at Sean Baker's work. Dr. Sean Baker, he's a carnivore enthusiast, but really it's just it's a return to what they say is natural foods. We naturally eat meat and fat. It's why we crave the fatty cuts of meat, because our body needs it. Our brains are fat. I no longer believe that having a lot of plants in your life is what you need to be healthy, because I've met and heard too many vegans and fruitarians that become carnivores because after years and years and years of not having animal products, their body, they start craving it. There's a girl on YouTube, she's named Kasumi Chris, and she was a vegan and now she's carnivore. There's a bunch of people on Sean Baker's website called meatheals.com, where they're healing from their autoimmune diseases because they're finally giving their digestive tracts a break. So I'm not saying eating only meat and organs and animal products is the solution for the rest of your life. What I'm saying is, if you're having issues with your mood and you're having depression, anxiety, lethargy, chronic fatigue, or you have autoimmunity, there's a lot of positive results from this diet, and it's worth trying to see if it lessens your pain. If you go on the diet and you do it for a month, which is what they recommend, and you feel worse, then you can stop and you can go back to your plant-based, you can do whatever. But I know in this journey of trying to heal yourself, it can be very challenging. But for those of you that have already experimented with your diet, you did paleo, you've done paleo AIP, you've taken out gluten, maybe you tried keto, I would encourage you to give this carnivore thing a go, and or look into the Weston A. Price ancestral diet. It shouldn't be this complicated, but modern food is so denatured. The nutrients aren't in the food. But anyway, just to give you a little update, I moved to Los Angeles 4 months ago, and I had been following a paleo diet for a while and feeling pretty good, but I still needed to take my magnesium, my zinc, picolinate to feel normal, and that's kept me pretty stable. But I still had chronic fatigue, and I had a lot of pain and still energy problems. So, and I wasn't eating perfectly paleo either, to be honest. Still eating some processed food here and there, but mostly vegetables and meat. And I found that when I stuck to just a vegetable and meat diet, if I wasn't eating a lot of starches or sugars, if I cut out the sweet potatoes and the rice, and I was just eating vegetables and meat, I feel pretty good. Now that I'm trying carnivore and I'm incorporating much larger amounts of fatty meat, red meat, the healthiest meat I can get, I feel so much better. And I'm going to continue doing this because I think it's really helping my mental state, how I feel, how I look. And if my health starts to decline, I'm going to change my diet again and keep experimenting. But this is definitely the best I've felt in such a long time. I want to say a few years, probably a few years. I'm going to eventually bring back in the raw dairy and the raw cheeses because I can digest those pretty well without having the symptoms of regular dairy. But I want to encourage you guys to at least check it out for yourself, because look on Instagram, look at the carnivore people on Instagram and just listen to their stories. It's pretty phenomenal. It's crazy. These vegetarians, these vegans, these fruitarians, and these people with chronic terrible illness are turning their chronic illnesses around. Even freaking Joe Rogan tried it, and his autoimmune disease went into remission. He talks about it. He has vitiligo, I think it's called. But it would make sense if these foods are very healing, if animal foods are actually healing. Well, it makes sense. If it heals the gut and you can digest the food, then that makes sense why these people's autoimmunity would be healing. So anyway, please just check it out. Check out the resources. Tell me what you think in the comments. For those of you still struggling with bipolar disorder and mental health disorder, I just want to remind you again, you can live without a mental disorder. These are symptoms. This is not a disease that will never go away. Your gut is inflamed. Your body is inflamed. You have inflammation in your whole body, which is causing so much disperceptions. It's causing mood swings. You know what I mean? Like, anyone with mental illness, they never eat healthy. Like, some of them try vegan, but I would be hard-pressed to find anyone with schizophrenia or bipolar or depression or anxiety that eats mostly animal products, meat, healthy. They typically have a terrible diet. You know what I mean? So I want to encourage you guys that I've been living without the bipolar diagnosis for almost 7 years now, and I haven't needed to take a sleeping pill. I haven't needed to take a mood stabilizer. I haven't needed to take an antidepressant. I was on those drugs before. I needed them. I needed them to function, and there's no shame in needing them to function because it helped stabilize me. It helped me to not kill myself, honestly, because it brought my moods back in line and made me stable. But now, thank God, through the power of food, I've been able to heal myself. And anyone on YouTube that says it's not possible, it is possible. And I know that many people have lived with this disease their whole life, but I'm telling you, if you're willing to put in the hard work and effort and you don't give up, you can heal your brain. I'm not the first person to do this. Thousands of people have healed themselves of mood disorders. But I just want to give you guys hope that at the very least, if you have a mood disorder, clean your diet up. You know, clean your diet up as best you can and make the effort. This is your life. You could be free of this if you commit to finding answers and never giving up. And yes, you can live a life with stable moods. You can live a life with stable energy, with normal sex drive, with ambition, with normal brain function. Your body can heal itself if you give it the right food and you change your lifestyle. So anyway, check out the carnivore movement. Check out meatrx.com, Sean Baker, Jordan Peterson. Look this stuff up and tell me what you think. But anyway, as usual, I hope you guys are doing great. I love you all. You know, hang in there. If you're getting more stable and you're feeling good, that's good. Just keep that journey. Never give up. Never give up on yourself. You can heal, and you will heal if you don't give up and you keep trying and keep getting healthier and healthier. All right. Talk to you later.